Good afternoon, everyone. It is 2:41 p.m. here in Augusta, Georgia. And I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday so far, right? So, my name is Destiny Scott, and I am coming to you with the Empire's Edition. We're talking about all things recall, all things worldly, all things local. So, we're going to tap right in, okay? This has been a debate for centuries, but I did find some information on why they say it's a mistake, right, to wash your raw poultry. So we're going to dive right in, but just know, guys, that I have been washing my chicken forever. My mother, my grandmother, my great grandmother, aunts, uncles, my dad, we all wash our meats. I mean, it's just something that we do, your pork chops, your chicken. But we're gonna dive right in. You guys let me know what are your thoughts, okay? So this says why it's a mistake to rinse raw chicken. If you're craving garlic butter chicken thighs, right, for dinner, you go to the store, you pick up some raw chicken. Before you go home and wash those chicken thighs in the sink, stop and heed this warning. The world is split on washing chicken. Some people have grown up watching their parents rinse raw chicken in the sink and pat it dry. For them, even though the thought of not washing it doesn't sit right, right? And it doesn't. But in reality, there is no need to wash raw chicken. In fact, you're doing more harm than good when you wash your poultry. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, the USDA, is very clear on the matter and asserts that people put themselves and their families at risk of foodborne illness by washing raw poultry. According to a study in the journal Vet World, salmonella on raw poultry products causes about 93 million cases of gastronitis and 155 deaths globally every year. So, how does cleaning something cause illness? Here's what to know. And this says the spread of bacteria. Now, my thing, guys, even when I was growing up, I learned very early. Even your canned goods, you rinse off the top, right? I'm washing down the sink, I'm washing down the knobs. Yes, I wash down every spice that I touch, salt, pepper, paprika, lemon pepper. I don't care. I'm washing it down because it does spread. So we're gonna go into the next part of this, okay? I'm just ranting on. It says the spread of bacteria. Washing raw chicken can spread harmful bacteria like salmonella to other surfaces in your kitchen by splashing water containing the bacteria. These bacteria can contain countertops, sinks, utensils, and your hands, increasing the risk of foodborne illness if they come into contact with other foods. Now, cross contamination can occur when bacteria from raw chicken are transferred to ready eat foods, such as your fruits, your vegetables, or your cooked dishes. This can happen through contact with contaminated surface, utensils, or hands. The USDA warns to prepare foods that will not be cooked, like your salads and fruits, before handling and prepping your raw meat and poultry, okay? They also advise thoroughly sanitizing all surfaces that have potentially touched or been contaminated by raw meat, poultry, or their juices. Also, remember to wash your hands immediately after handling the raw meat by scrubbing on soap for a full 20 seconds, no less. Anyone can get poisoning, but young children, older people, and those with the weaker immune systems are particularly at risk, and so it's important to follow best practices every time you cook. Now, they say that raw chicken is clean when processed. Worry not, packaged raw poultry is clean and inspected heavily when it is processed. Cooking raw chicken is the appropriate internal temperature is the most effective way to kill any harmful bacteria present, making washing unnecessary for food safety. The USDA recommends cooking your chicken to an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit to ensure that any potential pathogens are destroyed. Of course, don't forget that this is also the best temperature for cooking the juiciest chicken. Use a meat thermometer to make sure your chicken is cooked all the way through. Okay. Drexel University advises that raw poultry may have a coating of water and protein, which is used during processing, but this gets cooked off. If you must, you can remove it with a clean paper towel and then wash your hands. With the step of washing raw chicken out of the way, you'll save time in the kitchen. You can use this extra time to try out more time-consuming chicken recipes for surefire showstoppers at dinner. So, what are you guys' protocols and habits that you use when you're cooking your raw poultry and meats? Again, I wash everything and then I go behind myself and wash everything down. And by me being a CNA, I know that you wash your hands like this. You go the back of them. You're getting all over your hands. So, you guys let me know what your thoughts about this. Do you wash your chicken or you don't? There is a big debate about that. So we are going to go on. I have one more to talk to you guys about. And this is about 300 people in California hospital possibly exposed to the measles after a child goes for treatment. So we're going to dive right into this. And again, we are praying for the families. And this is by CNN, guys. A California medical facility is trying to contact about 300 people who were possibly exposed to measles after a child was treated for the contagious viral illness at a hospital in Sacramento last week, officials said. The child had returned from international travel and was evaluated March 5th at UC Davis Health Emergency Department between 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. Sacramento County officials said in a news release. The hospital said it has the situation under control and noted it began contacting about the 300 people in the facility who have maybe been exposed. There are no additional potential exposures at UC Davis Medical Center beyond those people who have been identified and contacted. Now, my thing is, have they been contacted in time? Because when you go home, you're not just going home. You're going to the grocery stores. You're going to the gas station. You might be going to the mall. So this is a big, big concern. And 300 people is a lot. Those who are unvaccinated against measles or those with unknown vaccination status who were at UC Davis Medical Center Emergency Department during that time are at risk of developing measles between 7 to 21 days after exposure. Again, that is 7 to 21 days after exposure. The Sacramento County public health officials said. People who were at risk were asked to review their immunization records, contact their healthcare provider, and monitor themselves for the illness. Those who are at risk of exposure are being contacted by infection prevention, and care teams who are managing current inpatients are being advised of the need for proper infection prevention processes, the news release read. The child who was first seen at the urgent care, there was a small number of residents who may have been among those exposed, officials there indicated in a separate news release. Measles is a highly contagious disease that can lead to complications and turn deadly, according to the U.S. Center of Disease Control and Prevention. Measles often begins with a mild to moderate fever, along with cough, runny nose, red, watery eyes, health officials detailed. Some patients also report diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting. Now, again, a total of 45 measles cases have been reported in 17 states since the beginning of the year. In 2023, the total number of cases recorded was 58, and rising cases have experts concerned. So, guys, be careful out there when you travel. Again, if you go into a gas station and those credit cards are being transferred, You got to keep those hand sanitizers and those wipes in your car, okay? Because measles is not the only thing out there. So you guys take care. As always, be bold, be beautiful, and be blessed. Thank you for watching the Empire's Edition. Until next time.